G'day. Welcome to AFL 360. Please subscribe. I'm Mark Robertson. Today we have a big show. We're joined by the coaches Jindrak.
Thanks for having us again. Appreciate it.
And Vexico. Thanks, Robbo. Good to be here again as a winner again. All right. What a weekend of football we've had. Some upsets, absolute stunners of games. But my hero this week is none other than Harry 8 Goals Mackay. Roll the tape! Will you roll the tape? Oh, watch this here. What a ripping goal. 6'8", and he can do a no-no like that. Guys, what did you reckon of Mackay's performance on the weekend?
Oh, his performance was probably the best performance he's had in, I would probably say, the last few years, to be honest. We're not expecting him to come out and do the same thing again. It was incredible. And he leaves his head real high in that, and he was very close to 10 goals, wasn't he? So who knows, by the end of the year we could see that happen. But yeah, very, very, probably the best performance of our whole team by far. He was clunking everything.
What do you reckon, Vexico?
Yeah, well, Robbo, you know, I'm the forward line coach as well, so I take full credit for all 8 goals.
You mean a few words, but I'll tell you what, he's a funny lad. All right, guys, I'm going to get straight into the questions.
Yep.
This one's for you, Jindrak. So the midfield had a massive win on the weekend. That was something that we were really worried about.
Yep.
But poor defensively.
Yeah, we done very well offensively. I thought we attacked extremely well. Hit all our targets, majority of them. Considering that, I think we went in for about 70 to 80% of our inside 50s resulted in scores. But the problem was, the opposition went in for, I think, roughly maybe half of those inside 50s, but resulted in almost shots on goal majority of the time. Defensively, we done really poor. It was by far our worst defensive performance of the year, and hoping we'll never get back to that stage again. Because against the very, very best teams, we're going to struggle in that situation, and we can't afford to do that. And yeah, that's something we have to fix up, and we have. We believe we have at least fixed up a lot of that. And we're not going to go into complete detail on exactly what we changed. We didn't tweak a lot because we do think we've got a very good defence. But it's just a few little structural changes we changed, especially since we're coming against the Dockers this week. So, yeah.
Vexico, what have you done, or what are you looking at to change in defence to be more consistent at stopping scores?
Well, Robbo, I'm not going to give away too much, of course, but I think a couple of changes might come in this week. We've been doing a lot of one-on-one on positioning and using the body a bit better, and also disposal. Out of defensive 50.
I didn't think it'd give too much away. Guys, so Freo this week, Marvel Stadium, Sunday football. It's a big game. It's a danger game. Who are you most worried about, each of you guys? Who are you most worried about at Fremantle?
I think it's a danger game against the Dockers this week. I'm pretty sure they've got, I believe, maybe 1 win, 1 loss this season. The danger game, when it comes to the players and who we're really kind of looking out for, there's actually they've got a very good list. It's there's either to do with Nathan Fyfe, obviously, but I think Fife is almost like just a common one you would straight away put your nail on straight away and think, okay, well, he's going to be devastating from the get-go. I think someone like potentially like a Roy Lobb could come out. As long as defensively we're on, we should be okay. But if we're not, this is where we potentially could get outshined, and it is a danger part of it. So because of the defensive, how we had it early last week, now we're coming against Roy Lobb, even Tabernar for that matter. It's very hard to pinpoint exactly on who it is, but I reckon it's got a lot for us. The dangers is actually their forwards because of how we were defensively last week, and that's what we need to improve on. So that's
I think you're right.
That's what I believe.
What about you, Vexico? Who's your danger man for free?
Well, Robbo, I'm most worried probably about Tabernar at forward. He does average a goal a game for Freo, and if we can keep him to one goal, I'd be happy. But you just never know. I mean, he can turn it on and kick 4 or 5, which would be really crucial to them winning the game. So if we can keep him quiet, I really think that we'll go a long way to winning.
Well, guys, one more question for you. You know, what matchups are you looking forward to seeing on the weekend? I'll ask you first, Jindrak.
I think the most common one that I think everyone's looking forward to is Crips and Five.
Oh.
I think for neutral supporters and stuff, it's a contest that everyone is looking forward to, and even us in the coach's box. And best man wins. We hope it's obviously Cripper, but it's going to be an insane battle, and there's a lot around the ground. What's that?
2 bulls going.
Oh yeah!
I can't wait to see it. 2 big fellas. Wish I was that tall.
They're incredibly tall, aren't they? Like they're basically what key forwards would be back in the day. So I think that's the midfield these days.
That's a Ruckman size.
Jeez, I didn't realise you played Robbo.
Oh yeah. I was great. I was water boy of the century for my club. Vexico, what matchup are you looking forward to seeing the most?
Well, Robbo, that's an interesting question, and the obvious is Crips. Everyone wants to see Crips and Fife go head to head, and then may the best man win that. But for me, it's a bit of a out of this world sort of answer. I'm actually looking forward to Pitney and Darcy in the ruck. I think that's going to be a really pivotal key part of the game. I mean, whoever wins the ruck battle, in modern footy, usually wins the game. As you can see, Pitney, he won against Grundy on the weekend, which wasn't an easy task. So I'm looking forward to seeing 2 big balls going at it. And hopefully we get on top again, you know.
Well, that is a very unusual matchup. I didn't expect that matchup to be one that would even pop out of the mind. What a terrific, unusual answer. I didn't expect that, Vexico. Double V. Well, guys. Before we go, I'm going to ask each of you who your heroes were for your teams this weekend. I've already got my heroes, Mackay, so he's off the table. Jindrak, who was your hero?
This is out of nowhere. I'd say, and it's a bit of an odd one, I'm going to go with Eddie Betts' 3rd quarter performance that he had.
Eddie.
That was phenomenal. He turned it up after we gave him a little bit of heated stuff. We gave it to him a little bit because he needed to turn it, and by far, he was probably the best in the 3rd quarter.
I love Eddie. Vexico, who's your hero for the week?
Well, you blindsided us with that question. hero for the weekend. Well, you picked the obvious one, Robbo. For me, I reckon my hero for the weekend again. My answer is going to be Pitney.
Right.
I think he was pivotal all day. Sole ruckman, and he really put it to Grundy. I mean, they had to put Grundy full forward for a bit to give him a rest because he was getting absolutely totaled in the ruck. So for me, Pitney is the hero of the week.
That's a shock answer. Well, guys, that's all we had time for today. Thank you for joining me, Jindrak.
Thank you. See you next week again.
Sure will. Vexico.
No worries, Robbo. Look forward to it next week. Hopefully we're back here as winners again. Cheers.
Yeah. So, cheers, guys. I'm Mark Robinson. This has been AFL 360. Please like and subscribe.